begins with Do Hee and Gu Won dancing tango while fighting the men attacking them. Suddenly, the music stops as Gu Won recites the 3 rules of a bodyguard and looks into Do Hee's eyes, while she is still in his embrace. He abruptly lets go of her as he realizes he is falling for her. Do Hee is shocked, and police sirens rent the air. Gu Won asks her to leave, and they teleport to her apartment. Without saying much, Gu Won lets go of her hand and heads home, as expected. Do Hee finds his behavior strange and tries to follow, but he barely looks at her. At the Sun Wall Foundation, the young gets injured while practicing her sword dance. She can't stop thinking about how close Do Hee and Gu Won are getting. She asks Bok Ju if there is any other choice. But Bok Ju insists Gu Won must remain Do Hee's bodyguard. He, however, assures Ga Young that Gu Won's heart is ice cold, and he is unlikely to fall for Do Hee. Boy, is he wrong. Our demon's heart is softening, and he is shocked to admit he is falling for Do Hee. On the other hand, Do Hee questions Gu Won's new attitude towards her and tries to act unaffected. However, she finds herself at the Sun Wall Foundation later that night, trying to establish if he has feelings for her. She runs into Ga Young, who tries to keep calm when she wants to tear Do Hee into pieces. She asks Do Hee to leave, but the latter insists she has a special relationship with director Gu Won and heads to his office. She is surprised to see all the clocks and antique style decor in his office. Gu Won suddenly shows up and questions why she is snooping around. Do Hee says she was worried after he left and wanted to check up on him. Ga Young interrupts them and flirts with Gu Won, making Do Hee jealous. After Ga Young leaves, Gu Won says that Do Hee is bothering him, and he left because he no longer wanted to spend time with her. This hurts Do Hee as she had assumed he has feelings for her and was there to confirm her suspicions. She decides to focus more on herself and pay Gu Won no mind, even though Gu Won acts cold-heartedly. He calls someone to ensure Do Hee returns home safely. After this, he remains distracted even while watching Ga Young's performance. Gu Won is more pressed by the fact that Seok-hoon and Do Hee are secretly talking in the car. Seok-hoon informs Do Hee that he found something suspicious in the company's account statement from 2 years ago. The company bought a ship at a higher price than usual, but the ship is nowhere to be found, and the company has recently gone under. Seok-hoon assures Do Hee to help her until the very end. This makes Gu Won jealous all over again. He then drives her to meet with a lawyer, who says they need more evidence to file a fraud case. Later, the police also inform Do Hee that they are not making progress in the case. After this, Do Hee goes on her blind date, and Gu Won becomes more jealous. He is more pissed when Do Hee asks her blind date to register their wedding later that afternoon.